to talk about a little bit today. Never give up on your dreams. Never give up on your dreams. Now, the reason why I want to talk about this is because sometimes I think that people, especially when you've been around the block, when you kind of categorize yourself as being around the block in network marketing, or that I've been there, done that, tried lots of different things, I think you're starting to give up on your dreams. I think you're starting down that road. You're going down the wrong road. You're going down the negative, I don't think anything will work. I'm willing to join, but it's not going to work for me because nothing else has kind of road. And we want to avoid that. We don't want to, start down that road. It's a slippery slope once you start talking like that. I've been there, done that. I've tried all those businesses. Is this just another one of those? If you're that person saying those types of things, what you're going to find is that it's not that you're giving up on the company. You're not quitting MLMs. You're not, it has nothing to do with your sponsors. You're actually starting to give up on your own self and your own dreams and your own aspirations. And we need to revive that. We need to get excited about why we joined this industry in the first place. What we saw that very first time that you saw the opportunity, whether it be with a multitude of companies, whether it be with the company you're currently with, whether it be with some online deal that you initially joined under, it doesn't matter. When you first saw the opportunity of leverage, of residual income, of the internet, okay, and you saw this opportunity, we need to get that excitement back, get that fire back. And you need to energize yourself and get that fire, but also you need to kind of direct that energy in a certain direction, which is focused towards your goals and your dreams. And we need to start moving in that direction. Sometimes people just kind of sit there spinning their wheels because they're not really sure. They don't want to get hurt. So scared of getting hurt sometimes and so scared of losing money that you won't actually take any action to move forward. I've got a brother. He's older than I am, and he's very analytical, very smart guy, does very well at his job. I really can't bash him for that. He makes a really good income, provides for his family. They've got a nice home. They've got 2 vehicles, the whole works. But the thing is, sometimes his inaction holds him out of really making it super successful. And I'm starting to work with him a little bit and starting to kind of open his eyes every time. We talk sometimes about business and we talk about, kind of our dreams and what we want to do with our lives and, the future and stuff like that. And he starts to kind of come around a little bit. He's still very kind of inactive in terms of business, and he wants the sure thing. But here's the cool thing, is that his dreams are growing bigger. His goals are growing bigger in terms of what he wants to accomplish. So what I see happening because of that is that his tolerance level for risk is actually increasing. Okay? And if you haven't followed me so far, this is about you, not just about my brother. Okay? As your dreams grow, as your passion for the business and your passion for success grows, your tolerance level for taking a risk will grow too. And I'm seeing that firsthand with my brother. He's, like I said, he's not a risk taker. He's very, I need, if I'm going to start a business, it needs to be a sure thing and I can't fail and I'm going to investigate it to the death, but I won't actually, take the chance and risk anything. Well, what he's risking actually is the time that he's spending. And that's what you're risking too. If you're not actually going out there and just going after the business opportunity, if you're not just going after there and going out there and building, you're actually risking the time that you're spending. You're actually, because you can never get the time back, you're actually losing that time. If you're one of those super analytical people that needs to go out there and analyze every little bit and go through all of the days of the marketing guide and memorize them all before you actually do any activity, you're really losing out on your time. You're losing out on the opportunity because, there's other people out there that are going out there and just doing it. Have a little blind faith and say, well, these guys are successful. So the point of the story, or the point of what I'm trying to get at, is that you need to build up your dream. You need to build up your goal. You need to build up what it is that you want to accomplish big enough or bigger than anything else that could potentially knock you off. Okay, anything else that could potentially slow you down. And my brother's starting to do that. He's on the road, and it's really neat to kind of see, because it's almost like a road that I was on at one point that I see him starting to travel down, and the road to willingness to take a risk, willingness to go after your dreams and your goals, over and above taking that, it might not work, or these things never work for me, or it has to be a sure thing before I go out and do it. I don't want to commit the time and the money and the energy without actually, successfully producing a result. And we're getting over that. And the neat thing that's happening too that I see is because he has some of the confidence, and here's one of the reasons why I see it coming around too. He's gaining confidence because he's potentially working with me, who he sees already having a huge amount of success. I mean, he sees the house I live in. He sees the, vehicles that I drive. He sees the trips that our families go on and stuff like that. And he says, he's kind of looking at that and thinking, well, I mean, if I can work with him, he already knows how to do a lot of this stuff. He already knows how to be successful in business. So there's a greater chance that, and this is his analytical side, there's a greater chance that I can't fail if I work with Joel. And the same thing should be going through your head right now as you're sitting on the call, whether you're in France or whether you're in Australia or whether you're in the United States or in Canada or anywhere. You're listening to this saying, there's a greater chance that I will not fail because I'm working with Joel, because I'm working with an individual that knows what they're doing and that's willing to share the same ideas and is willing to, continue to come and train and work with me and work through ideas and answer questions and do training on how to successfully build an internet business, how to successfully build a network marketing business. And you need to have that confidence in yourself. So here's what we need to do. Never give up on your dreams, but I'm going to add something to that as well. Constantly go after your dreams. Constantly take action to achieve your dreams. Not just never give up on them, right? Because that's almost a given. I mean, if you ever give up on yourself or your dreams, you flush all your hopes for the future in the toilet. I mean, you may as well just go get a minimum wage job and sit there and rot for the rest of your life. Okay? But, not only, so never give up on your dreams is a key idea. It's something it can't even be an option. If that's even an option for you, that you're going to give up on the dream of living the lifestyle or going on those trips or paying for your kids' college fund or whatever it is that you dream, driving that fancy car or quitting your job or spending more time with your babies at home, whatever your dream is, it can't even be a possibility of an option for you. You need to completely block that out. And whatever your mind thinks of, whatever your mind conceives, you can achieve, right? You can absolutely come through. As long as your brain can think it, you can do it. And you need to understand that. So if your brain thinks that there's a possibility that you're going to quit on your dreams, if your brain thinks that, maybe I will quit, maybe it'll hurt too much, maybe the pain is just not worth the dreams, maybe the pain is just not worth going after that, that's when that doubt starts to come in. Right? You let that doubt in, and that's where your brain starts to go into protection mode, and it starts to want to protect you instead of taking the risk to fulfill and accomplish your dream. And trust me, this isn't happening overtly. Your brain will just do this kind of subconsciously. It'll actually start sabotaging your business. It'll start sabotaging your lifestyle so that it protects you, so that you're safe, so that you feel good about yourself, so that it doesn't hurt your self-esteem, but then you'll never achieve your dreams. Okay, you'll never achieve. So you don't want to go into that protection mode. You want to go take a little bit of risk, but know that you will never give up on what it is that you hold true and dear and for your future. Okay, your dreams and your hopes and your aspirations and what you want to accomplish. You need to never give up on that. But also, you need to constantly be taking action to fulfill those dreams. If you don't take an action today to potentially fulfill your dream for the future, why even bother dreaming in the first place? Okay? Why bother? I want you to think about this, and I don't want to get too philosophical or too religious with you today. Maybe we'll do that on a call where we have, 17 hours and we can all get in a call and discuss this. But why are you on this earth? I mean, how long do you have on this earth? I mean, the last time I checked, none of us are going to live to much more than 100 years old. Okay, so you have, less than a century on the earth, and take away from 100, let's say we all live to 100, and I know we're not all going to. Some people live to 35. Some people, I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day, and he had a good friend of his that he played junior hockey with, had a heart attack and died on the ice at 36. 36 years old, boom, dead. Okay? Some people live to 80. Some people live to 90. But take one of those numbers, 80, 90, 100, whatever it is, subtract what your current age is. So for me, I'm 30, so I'm going to say 100 minus 30. I've got 70 years left. I got 70 years left to fulfill my dreams, my hopes, and my aspirations. Now, I want you to think about this. When I turn 100 years old, am I going to be contemplating back on and smiling on my successes and my goals and my dreams, or am I going to be thinking about how painful it was to achieve those? How painful it was to achieve those. Or if I didn't go after those, am I going to be regretting that I didn't even go after it? Am I going to be regretting that I spent the last 20 years thinking about why it won't work? Thinking about why I can't make it work, thinking about, the pain that I might feel if I pick up the phone and talk to somebody about some product that isn't even going to matter 50 years from today to me, right? That I'm selling today. And I'm going to help a lot of families maybe with the product, but 50 years from today when I'm sitting on my deathbed, I'm going to look back and I'm going to say, did I fulfill and accomplish my dreams and my goals and what I set out in this life? And did I feel good about that? So I want you to just think about today. How many years do you have left to accomplish those dreams? And how big can you dream? How big are those dreams possibly going to be for you? How big are those goals going to be? Is it going to be to, provide for your family? Is it going to be to stay at home and spend more time with your kids? Think about how important it is for you to spend time with your children, if you have kids, or with your spouse, right? If you spend all your whole day, and I just want to put this into perspective with you, this is the way that I think on a regular basis. If you spend your whole day at a job that you hate, let's just say mopping floors at the local school, you're a janitor, or you're a bus driver, or you're a lawyer, or you're a doctor, and you hate it. Okay, think about this. 20 years from now, when your kids are all grown up and off and living their own lives, are they gonna think back and say, oh, I'm so glad that mom and dad spent so much time with me and they took me to the park and we went on that vacation that one time and we did this and we did that? Or are they going to say, wow, all I remember was dad always hated his job and I never saw him, right? And, I mean, we need to make some of these sacrifices now, feel a little pain today, right? And a little hard work never hurt anyone. A little hard work is good for everyone, right? You need to have the proper mindset that you can never fail, that you can never give up on your dreams, right? And that you can make it. And then all you got to do is very simple, just like my brother's starting to figure out. And everybody's got to figure this out at their own pace. I can't just tell you to do this. I can't just tell you the way it is. You need to actually internalize this and figure it out for yourself, is to find a successful person and work with them. Find a successful leader and follow in their footsteps. For those of you guys that know me personally, you've probably figured out that all I do is just go see how many successful people I can work with. Any successful corporation in the world, that's what they do. They find a bunch of successful people, a bunch of really good people, and they hire them to work for them, right? That creates a successful, hugely successful corporation. Think about what Donald Trump does to become a billionaire. He hires apprentices, right? But he hires the best person. He hires the best people, right? He surrounds himself with vice presidents, okay, all over the place, and he puts right people in right places. And you need to do the same thing. You need to surround yourself with the right people. Now, in a home-based business like this that we're building, you can surround yourself with the right mentors, with the right trainers, with the right company. You can surround yourself with the right people to work with, your reps, your sales reps, your downline, your team members, whatever you want to call them. Surrounding yourself with the right people is half the battle, right? Getting your mindset in the right, putting your mindset in the right direction is probably the other half, and then just taking action along with all of that, right? So I want you to just kind of ponder after this call is over, because I know that, you know, some of you are going to go off and you're going to go have breakfast and you're going to go to lunch and you're going to go do this and that today, and you're going to play with your kids and take them to soccer and hockey and all the different sports that we do and things like that. But I want you to just think about this. If there's even a possibility, if there's even the remote possibility that you're going to give up on your dreams, or that you think that you possibly could maybe never achieve them, you need to sit down and you need to refocus your mind on constantly moving forward and achieving those dreams and those goals. So have a great weekend, everyone. Bye-bye.